Hello, everyone. So, in the last few months, since Donald Trump was inaugurated to be, 47th president, so there's lots of buzz in regulating the crypto industry, which will lead to crypto jobs. And that's what I want to explain you. I'm a crypto investigator since 2023, so I want to help people out that if they want to become, if there are any jobs out there, and what are the costs of the certification, what they need to do if they want to start their career in crypto industry. So, in America, they introduced a law called Genius Act, and they also in making another law called Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. The goal in America is to make America the capital of the crypto capital of the world. They want to regulate the Bitcoin. They want to have Bitcoin strategic reserves, and also to create stable coins as well to banks to provide services to hold crypto stable coins for the customers and so on. Lots of things they are doing in the crypto industry. British haven't decided that. FCA is creating discussing map to regulate the crypto industry. This may happen next year. Europeans introduced Amica last year, and it's been fully functional market and crypto asset regulation. And UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, they have a virtual asset regulatory authority called VERWA, and they have updated its regulation recently as well. Bitcoin has been operating since 2021 in UAE. So the future is crypto. No. It's been a lawless industry for the last 15 years, but they're gonna make it a regulated industry fully in the next few years, and that's the future is. The government wants to be part of it. Government wants to regulate it. Government wants to use this as well. So it's gonna become from a lawless industry that has been to become a very lawful industry in the next few years. So when the government will fully own it, fully accept it, governments around the world. So Americans are the trendsetters. They're gonna do this, and they will force every other one. Every other black and brown, yellow countries are supposed to do that as well. So since the American dollars are every other currency is backed by the American dollar. So when the government fully accepts it, American government or governments around the world, when they fully accepts it, so there will be jobs for the crypto investigators to find who possibly are abusing crypto industry, those who have abused crypto industry in the past, and those who will abuse the crypto industry in the future when the law are introduced around the world in every country, so that there will be jobs for those people. So you can do some certifications. In order for you to become a crypto investigator, you can get a job. You can do certification in order to become a crypto investigator. This I'll explain you in a bit. So the jobs will be where people can hold their cryptocurrency, which is crypto exchange companies, the companies that provide tools to monitor the crypto suspicious transactions, which is Chainalysis, Elixir, DRM Labs. Is the three famous ones. You can get a job in a law enforcement agency if you are young enough. You can work for EY, PwC for provide advisory services to financial institutions regarding crypto, and you can get a job in a bank. So I'll explain this in a bit. How you can get a job to identify the peer-to-peer actually. So in a bit. So doing a certification in crypto will not help you enough to earn high enough salary. Unfortunately, you need to have, before I explain you this, before those people who want to crack the crypto industry to get a really good job, you will only be able to get a job when you have a advanced level practical exposure, not just a e-learning, advanced level of practical exposure in big data analytics. That's, first of all, this is the compulsory requirement in order to have a really good career. Otherwise, you're just going to do the certifications and you will have a cheap job you will not have a really good job where you can be proud of, or where you can, earn good enough salary. So this is main requirement. This is where you require lots of time for you to do lots of e-learning. There are plenty of playlists available, free courses available on Udemy, on and on Coursera, on plenty of courses by Microsoft as well, IBM as well. Anyway, certifications. Um, you can do the certifications provided by the third party tools, but that's a bit of a risk, because you have no idea wherever you're going to get a job if they are using these third party tools or not. It's a bit of a risk. Like the best tools that are available from a third party, the best tool is a reactor tool from Chain Analysis, is a company, American company. Law enforcement agencies around the world, they use the reactor tool. And Chain Analysis, in order to use this tool properly, they provide lots of certificates. These are their certificates: cryptocurrencies fundamental certification, the reactor certification, the know your transaction certification, the investigative specialist certification, Ethereum and SSC's certifications. These are their courses, and they generally, those people who work in Chain Analysis, their employees are encouraged to do their certification as well. Doesn't matter which department that you're working in, their employees are encouraged to do. Their promotions are, their contracts are relying on the certification they do. And of course, the companies, the Chain Analysis, the pays for it, because that's where they work. So, and also, wherever these companies tool, which is software, the reactor, is implemented, they also provide these courses to those companies for their employees to do their certification in order for them to use the reactor tool. Let's suppose in a law enforcement agency of a country have implemented this tool, the government employees of this agency will ask this company, since they are using the tool, to train their staff to learn their certification, so that they can maximize the usage of the reactor tool. This is the best one, and then there are other tools companies as well that provide these services, the tools to do transaction monitoring. So ideally, if you get a job, you would be using the reactor tool, so you will end up doing this certification either by paying your own money, or you are organization that you're working for will pay for it for you to use this tool. The next best one that is available is this one. It's called C4, which means the Cryptocurrency Certification Consortium. There are four C's are, so that's why it's called C4. So they have three certification: Certified Bitcoin Professional, Ethereum Professional, and Security Standard Auditor. These two cost $250 each, and this one costs $1,500. So the three certification cost you around $2,000. So it helps you to learn how the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchains work, how the smart contracts are made, how the tokenization work in Ethereum as well, and overall crypto security, how to secure the crypto networks, and how you can audit different contracts and the transaction, the issuance of the coins and everything. So this is the best one that you can do if you want to start your career and do any sort of certification. Next, after this is the first one, this is the second. The next one is the most costly one, is the CCAS one, Certified Crypto Asset Anti-Financial Crime Specialist from ACAMS. Unfortunately, the study guide is very easy, but the exam is a bit difficult and also a bit expensive as well. Out of all of this, the people that may know in the crypto industry about the crypto certification is either the Chain Analysis one, or the second one is this one that they may know. Not many people know about this one, but this is also a really good one. I would there are others as well, like this and this one from Blockchain Council or something called Consensus Academy. But the purpose of doing the certification is that when you put it in your resume or your CV and apply for jobs, so that either HR department who can select you to come for the interview, or the interviewer who's going to interview you, they hopefully know the certification. So if you want to do a certification that no one have actually heard of, they're not going to value that. You're going to end up spending money, but they won't actually value that. So you want to do something that people have heard of, people have also respect the institute that have issued your certification, and it took you, you learned something as well when you did the certification, so that when you are interviewed during the job, you're able to convince them with your knowledge. So I would sincerely suggest you to only do the certification, only think of becoming a crypto investigator if you already have a big data analytics analytical practical exposure, where you know SQL, MySQL, where you know Python, practical, how Python libraries where you can clean the data, wrangle the data, where you can evaluate data, where you can identify the anomalies of the data as well. Plus, you can visualize the data using advanced Excel or Tableau or Power BI. These basic skills in data analytics that you actually have practical exposure of. If you don't have the exposure and you want to do the certification with the hope that you can get a job in any of these four, then you're going to struggle. Unfortunately, they do not want to hire anyone just based on the certification, because unfortunately, although there are lots of certification that I mentioned, or you can find it on internet or chat GPT or whatever, but these certifications are very easy to pass. You're going to spend money. There are multiple choice questions. They will provide you study material. They'll provide you some PowerPoint slides as well, especially these ones. They provide you lots of PowerPoint slides. They're very easy to pass. You can spend one weekend or 2 weekends and pass those, but the knowledge that you will get will not help you get the job, high paid job that you're looking for in any of those organizations. They will not offer you a job, a really good job. You're not getting a 6 figures job just spending $2,000 on a certification. Unfortunately, 100K per annum job, that's not happening. So first of all, you need to have really good analytical skills. That's basic requirement. Then you have certificates in crypto. Combining this together will help you, since crypto is the future, and knowing the big data analytics, you get some exposure on how artificial intelligence and machine learning models actually work. So since AI is the present and the future, and crypto, if it's not the present, it's the future. So by doing these two things together, you can secure your future. If you are working in sanctions or transaction monitoring or TBML, or you're working PAP screening, you're working in EDD, any field in AML compliance or financial crime compliance or anti-financial crime, you're working there and you feel that your job can easily replace, you want to secure your future, you should be working towards these two things. I did my big data analytics in 2021. I did my crypto certification in 2023. I was preparing for it, for a few years. So you should, if you haven't prepared yourself, you should do that as well. By doing these things, there are courses out there, the free of courses that you should be thinking of doing. YouTube is your friend, free things playlist there in order to learn the crypto, big data, and just not just watching. Means that you have some portfolio on GitHub, that you have found some data on Kaggle that you have interpreted it, you have played with the data, analyzed the data in different ways, you have uploaded it on GitHub. You are very much busy, you are very much active on Stack Overflow as well. Your profile is really good on Stack Overflow, where you have helped people resolve their QVs. You have played, participated in lots of Kaggle competition, beginner level or amateur level, and you have a really good profile of how to evaluate the data on GitHub as well. So if you have done this, then you should be thinking of doing that. If you want to just do this without doing this, and you expect a 6 figure search or more annual job, per annum job, that's not happening. If you want to get a job, of a remote job, that's also not happening. You want a work from home job, that's also not happening. You want to work in a tech industry, crypto industry, or a crypto exchange companies, that's not happening without this. So there are lots of losers out there, unfortunately, who just want to spend $200 or $2,000 or $2,500 on doing certification, and they expect very high return of like this remote job somewhere, or six figures job somewhere. That's not happening, unfortunately. Spending $100, $200 and getting this much return, that's not, so if you have already done this, then you should be thinking of doing that. What about if you're thinking that, what about if I do this and then do this? So yeah, you can do this, but you can do this in a month. That takes 1 year, at least 1 year. So you will do this, and you cannot get a actually job as a crypto investigator, a high paid job, unless you don't have this. So you will have a certificate, you will be using it to apply for jobs actually, but no one actually gonna hire you. No one's gonna select you for the interview of during this selection interview process. No one's gonna select you for the final rounds of interview, because you don't have this actually. So there is no shortcut or way to crack the job market in crypto if you're just thinking of doing some cheap certification and thinking that you can get a job. So kindly, you got to do this first, ideally speaking, and then be thinking about this. If you want to secure your future, there's still time. Governments out there are in the process of regulating, so you can easily do this from YouTube, from Coursera, from the Google course on Coursera Beginner, Advanced, Level 1. Microsoft have their own Power Up program that you can attend live training courses. All of them are free. So if you are my trainee, you already know that in the 50 different batches, that how I try to convince you to do this in addition to doing the AML certification. If you're not my trainee, and if you are watching this video, you want to do the crypto certification and you're looking for some shortcuts, unfortunately you're gonna suffer. You will spend money. You will have a e-certificate. You're not even gonna have a hard copy of a certificate. You will have a e-certificate. You will be using that by putting in your resume, but no one's gonna actually hire you on a really good job when you don't have this. Okay. So in an ideal world, you should have some AML certification, CFCS or CAMPS, plus you have done advanced level of this, plus you have then have a crypto asset certification, or you then be thinking about cyber security, switching towards cyber security or something. You have done your basic, this thing. What people usually do, they either don't do none of that and they want to jump to this without having this analytical skills, or they do this, they skip this, and they want to after doing this, the next certification, they want to do this. So they do not get high paid jobs. So there are lots of people who already have this. There are lots of people who have done this certification, especially the cheap ones, but there are not many people who have all three of that. You should be thinking of doing that. So I have AML certificate. I'm a chartered accountant. I've done MBA as well. I have the AML certification plus the sanction certification. I have diploma in big data analytics. I have crypto asset certification as well. So that's the best way. So if you're looking for any shortcuts by skipping these or skipping this or just thinking of doing this, it will not help you. You're not technical enough for anyone to hire you on a really good salary. So kindly, you got to go through the pain of spending lots of time and lots of money in order to secure your future. And these are the future. We know that artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and artificial intelligence starts right here. basic, you need to know about these things. It has to start learning skills right here, and then you transition into data science, data scientist, or you thinking about doing some PhD in AI or something, and developing new models in and AI, machine learning models or deep learning models or something. So that's and then you may be able to transition into crypto for that, to work on blockchain. So that's what the future is. But cheap people, unfortunately, the losers, they think that spending $200 and doing this will help them secure their future. That's unfortunately not the case is. So this 20 minutes of video that I hopefully made, where you can get a job, what is the future is, and how you can get it, is crystal clear. If you decide to do this, there is no shortcut. So kindly be very cautious of where you spend your money, how you want to spend, and if you decided to, it requires lots of efforts and lots of money. That you requires lots of time, right here, and lots of money, lots of time and money for you to do something with your career in order to secure it. So please, you can contact on here. If you haven't done, you should start from here. Make a plan. What you can do in the next 12 months. You can easily do that the next 12 months in order to secure your career. You start doing this plus this together. I train people or explain people in during the trainings as well, in the last session as well, why they need to learn different query languages plus Python, language R, and data visualization skills, and do this. So if you're prepared to spend your next 12 months with lots of time and lots of money, and if you're thinking of asking the stupid question that how much time do I need to spend, is 1 hour enough or 2 hours every day enough, that's a stupid question to ask. You need to spend lots of time every day, on weekdays, lots of time on weekends, to know everything about anti-money laundering, to know everything about big data analytics, to know everything about crypto. When you've learned everything that you need to know, then you are a crypto investigator, where you can investigate frauds that are happening in crypto, money laundering, terrorist financing, proliferation financing, different type of predicate offenses. That's where you can get a really good job. Not just 100K, you may be able to get 150K or something job as well. You may even be able to get some remote jobs as well, if you are able to do all of these things properly. So please don't look for any shortcuts. There's no way for anyone to, if anyone is convincing you to buy their courses, they are offering, working with some institute, they're scamming you. So please don't fall for this scam. Canada is very famous for that. There are lots of course seller in Canada who scam new immigrants to become a crypto investigators, for convincing them to join their courses, pay for their courses, and those people, new immigrants, actually lose their money when they have no idea that what is the job market expectation is. So plan for the next 12 months. Today is 5th of September. You can plan for it, what you're going to do at the end of 31st of August 2026 next year. What will be your plan? Are you willing to spend your next 12 months properly with lots of money, with lots of time, in order to prepare for the future? Thank you for watching. Have a good day.